am happy to join with you today in what will go down in history as the greatest demonstration for freedom in the history of our nation. 50 years ago, a great American in whose symbolic shadow we stand today signed the Emancipation Proclamation. This momentous degree is a great beacon light of hope to millions of Negro slaves who had been seared in the flames of withering injustice. It came as a joyous daybreak to end the long night of their captivity. But 100 years later, the Negro still is not free. 100 years later, the life of the Negro is still badly crippled by the manacles of segregation and the chains of discrimination. 100 years later, the Negro lives on a lonely island of poverty in the midst of a vast ocean of a material prosperity. 100 years later, the Negro is still languished in the corners of American society and find himself in exile in his own land. So we've come here today to dramatize a shameful condition. In a sense, we've come to our nation's capital to cash a check. When the architects of our republic wrote the magnificent words of the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence, they were signing a promissory note to which every American was to follow heir. This note was a promise that all men, yes, black men as well as white men, would be guaranteed the unalienable rights of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. It is obvious today that America has defaulted on its promissory note, insofar as her citizens of the color are concerned. Instead of honoring this sacred obligation, America has given the Negro people a bad check, a check which has come marked insufficient funds. But we refuse to believe that the Bank of Justice is bankrupt. We refuse to believe that there are insufficient funds in the great vaults of opportunity of this nation. So we've come to cash this check, a check that will give us upon demand the riches of freedom and the security of justice. We have also come to this hollow spot to remind America of the fierce urgency of now. This is no time to engage in the luxury of cooling off or to take a tranquilizing drug of gradualism. Now is the time to make real the promise of democracy. Now is the time to rise from the dark and desolated valley of segregation to the sunlight path of racial justice. Now is the time to lift our nation from the quicksands of racial injustice to the solid rock of brotherhood. Now is the time to make justice a reality for all of God's children. It would be fatal for the nation to overlook the urgency of this moment. This withering summer of the Negro's legitimate discontent will not pass until there is an invigorating autumn of freedom and equality. 1963 is not an end, but a beginning. Those who hoped that the Negro needed to blow off steam and will now be content will have a rude awakening if the nation returned to business as usual. There will be neither rest nor tranquility in America until the Negro is granted his citizenship rights. The whirlwinds of revolt will continue to shake the foundation of our nation until the bright days of justice emerge.
All right, wonderful, wonderful.
Great job.
Thank you, ma'am. That was awesome. And that you just heard Miss Alicia Lloyd. Let me get my microphone over here so
Got it
hear
there?
a lot of fumbling. But I have absolutely just got to give her a hand. So I want to give you a round of applause, Alicia. Alicia Lloyd is the winner. She was the winner of the oratorical contest that was held at Kingdom Empowerment Ministries today. She won first place. There was 4 different categories,
Yes.
25 points each category, and she nailed it with her speech. So she came on the show today, and this is what you've just heard, the speech that she gave. So that was wonderful. Wonderful,
job.
awesome. She's a college student at North Carolina Wesleyan College. And what are you, a junior, Alicia? A senior. Wonderful, wonderful. She's a senior. And that's the Mighty Bishops. I'm a bishop as well. So that's the bishops. They're bishop representing from North Carolina Wesleyan College. So thanks again, Alicia, for coming and sharing your talents. And we've heard so many speeches, and so much has been going on with Dr. Martin Luther King's holiday, and it's been overwhelming, it's been emotional, but it's been a wonderful time of reflection, I should say.
It has.
It really has. So welcome to the Lady T Show, and I want to say I missed you guys because we haven't been live for a while. We had some kinks
like a
here.
long time.
Yeah, it does. We've had some kinks here at the station, and then also I was sick, and my mother wouldn't let me come out, so so I had to be obedient.
Praise God for that.
Had to be obedient, yes. So we showed a few reruns. But we're here live tonight, and we're glad to be back to you. We're also going to give you a chance to win a $25 Visa card. That's going to be tonight on the Lady T Show. Seated to my left is my wonderful co-host, Sister.
Hello.
Tell everybody hello, Sister.
I
again.
did. Hello.
Okay. She was griping about the chair. We're not going to talk about the chair anymore. I mean,
it wasn't a gripe.
Brand
it was a
new year.
discussion.
We're going to move forward.
Brand new year, same
we're
topic.
We're not going to talk about
the
chair. So
yes.
This is about my co-host, and she's going to host the rest of the show with me, or co-host the rest of it. She's going to follow my lead. That's how we're going to do it. She's going to follow Lady T's lead. So we're going to give you the chance to win that $25 Visa card. Also, we're going to allow you to call in tonight if you have something on your mind, if you want to say something to somebody that you love or a friend. We're going to give you a chance to do that as well. But what I want to do is I want to present to you something I call A Time to Laugh with Lady T. A Time to Laugh with Lady T.
That's all we've been doing this season.
It's laughing.
For the camera,
You got to stay joyful. So A Time to Laugh with Lady T. We're going to play a clip, one of my favorite clips, and I hope that I know it'll make you laugh as well. So let's go ahead and hear that clip, A Time to Laugh with Lady T.
And I'm glad to have been here. I want to just say one last thing to the senior citizens in here. And I call you old people out of love. Thank you for being out tonight. I appreciate you. Give the old people, that's a term of endearment. I love old people. That's a term of endearment. I don't mean any disrespect. I see them everywhere. No, seriously, I honor you. In fact, if you sit next to an old person or somebody who just really look old, give them a hug. Hug them. Hug the old, because they're here. They're in the building. Hug them. Give them love. They need love. That's the entire choir stand, actually. Just God bless you. So, in conclusion, I just want to pay my tribute to the old folk. My landlady my former landlady, true story, is 102 years old now. 102, still got her faculties. She actually knew Madam C.J. Walker. It was a true story. So I used to go over to her house when I lived in an apartment building she had behind her house when I first moved to L.A. And young folk, if you know somebody old or somebody in the church, go over to the old people's house and just sit down and let them talk. Because they got some stories. And when they know you coming, they got some snacks. Fire! Hallelujah! Mom would have snacks. So I would go over to her house and just sit down and just talk to her. We watch TV. I bring some of my tapes over. She just laughed. So one day I was over there talking, and I got caught up in the conversation, and I ate like the whole bowl of peanuts she had on the table. Then I had to apologize because I knew she was on a fixed income. And I said, Mom, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to eat all the peanuts. Please forgive me, y'all. She said the sweetest. I'll never forget what she told me. She said, look here, baby. God never blessed me with children. My husband is gone, and when I heard you needed a place to stay, this apartment became yours. God gave me a son. You're my son. I appreciate you as my son. You come over my house, we sat down and watched TV, sang songs. You make me feel good in my life. You ain't never got to apologize for nothing in this house. This is yours. I mean it. You my child. I don't care nothing about you eating them peanuts. It don't bother me. Because I done already sucked the chocolate off. You can do whatever you need to do. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, Trinity.
That was Time to Laugh with Lady T, and I hope you enjoyed that. That's one of my favorite audio clips that I used to play on my radio show, but it's hilarious, and I listen to that often. But he said if you sit next to an old person, just give them a hug, so that's what I did.
To your audience who so faithfully tunes in whenever Lady T show comes on, and I have to give props and all respect to you for tuning in to see Lady T make a fool out of herself.
Oh,
yes. So I know you all you are enjoying this, and you sit in front of your TVs and tithe your time to see her make a clown out of herself.
So next, what we're gonna have on the Lady T show, not the sister show, but what we're gonna have on the Lady T show is we want to talk about an incident that happened recently, and this was at Nash Central.
Yes, Nash Central High School.
Nash Central High School. And I have my niece with me in the studio. Do you go to Nash Central? Nash Central High? Or is it Rocky Mount High? You go to Nash Central. Okay. So are you familiar with the girls we're about to talk about? Kind of. Okay. Okay. She said she didn't know them personally, but we're gonna show a clip. I'm sure that everybody is aware of this, but there was an incident that happened at Nash Central High School where there was a group of girls, a group of young girls, and they were they had taken a group selfie of themselves wearing these hats, and the hats appeared to be Ku Klux Klan hats. So we're going to take a look at that, and the phone lines are open. We're going to get the number to the phone line up on the screen, but let's take a look at that clip that was on there. It is right there, the clip that was on the front of the Daily Defender, I believe it was. So that is the clip. As a matter of fact, that is actually a snap of the picture that I took of the paper that I have. So as you can see right there, I mean, it's clear that what that appears to be.
Yeah, and I know when it first came out, the faces were blotted out, right? And one of the associates of one of the girls in that group leaked the actual picture with the faces uncovered.
Okay. Well, I mean, hey, you might as well, let your face be seen. You took an initiative to take the picture, put it out there on social media. People saw it, so don't cover the faces up then. But
you know what's sad to say, and young as well as old, we need to be mindful before putting things out in social media, because things like that can follow you. Believe it or not, it will follow you.
Exactly. And see, when I walked by, when I was in the store, I picked that up. But when I was walking by, I just happened to look down. And when I looked down, it caught my eye, and I'm like, wow, there's a picture of these young girls with Ku Klux Klan hats on. So I had to kind of, I had to take another look at the picture again. Lee, I don't know if I have the picture of the man with the Dunce hat on. If I do have that, please put that up on the screen. I was forgetting about that. Well, actually, what I have is a picture of an actual Dunce hat, because the girls were saying that it was a Dunce hat. That's what kind of hat it was. It was a Dunce hat. So during my research, I Googled pictures of Dunce hats, and that, in fact, does look, what they had on does appear to be Dunce hats. So even with that said, I mean, when you think about what a dunce is, it's a person who's not very bright, a person who does things that are considered to be.
You don't think before you do things.
So either way, whether it was meant to be a Ku Klux Klan hat or a dunce hat, either way, it wasn't very bright.
Wrong decision.
What they did, and I just, when I saw it, that's the first impression that I got. So to me, I feel like it was kind of premeditated. If anything is said, we'll say it's a Dunce hat. That's the kind of impression that I got. But the number to call is 252. I think it's 407-1111. We want to open up the phone lines, and you can call in. We're going to leave the phone lines open for just a couple of minutes, because we have a couple of other things that we want to.
There it is.
Okay, so there it is. That's a Dunce hat. That's a picture of a Dunce hat. And as you can see, that resembles what the girls had on.
Very much so.
It does.
Very much.
So, but I mean, that, like I said, that's the first impression that you get. When you look at them, you get the impression that they had on Ku Klux Klan hats.
And you really don't, how do you deal with a spirit of ignorancy?
Right.
Is, when I saw it, it was hurtful.
Yeah.
Okay, we have a phone call.
You just wonder how do you deal with it, and then once it happens, you want to kind of move on from there.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
Just blessed and hard favor.
Amen. Amen.
I thank God for that we don't have to go back that way.
You're right.
Because when I was in high school at Northern Nash, we had something called Black Awareness Club, and a few white ones had joined. And then when they played Root the same week, it was just like everything had turned around. And if they play it now, I don't look at it because I don't feel like we have to go that far back.
There you go.
All we got to do is learn to communicate with one another and express. That's why we're in the world is in a predicament now, because we got so many leaders out here, but nobody want to step up and help. And I can't do it by myself, and I have tried. I have talked about some of the leaders and spoken to them, but still there was no resource to help do it. It don't take funds. All it takes is one or two people. And God said, wherever you is, He'll be in the midst of it. We got to step out. And what if we're going to wait till over half of the police department, the sheriff department, whatever happens? Are we going to wait for war, to wait for one another to start beating up on each other? Special at school, when I was going, I went to learn. Not to fight, not to judge who you are. Because it doesn't matter who you are.
Exactly.
You gotta know who you is and where you coming from.
That's right.
And if you can't do that, then you need to go back and ask somebody, who am I?
That's right. You're exactly right, ma'am. We appreciate you calling. What city are you calling from?
Rocky Mount, North Carolina.
Okay, thank you so much for calling in and voicing your opinion. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, and you have a very blessed day.
You too.
Bye-bye.
And I'm glad that she called in, because that's what it's going to take. Somebody has to speak up and has to say, this is what we will not stand for, this is what we will not tolerate, instead of being passive and not saying anything at all.
Right, and retaliation is not a form of a solution. So I just felt the need to throw that out.
And that goes along right with Alicia's speech. She read the Martin Luther King speech. That goes along with her speech, because the lady just said, she went to school to learn. And she didn't go to fight. She didn't go for all of this other stuff, but she went to learn. Thank you for calling the Lady T Show. You're on the air.
Hi, you're welcome. I have a question for you. What do you know actually about the Klansmen? Do you know anything that you can tell me that made you upset about the pictures that the young ladies were, posing in?
Well, I know quite a bit, but as far as the picture goes, that's why I was telling my co-host, when I walked by the paper and my eye caught the picture on the paper, that's the first impression I got, because I remember seeing the Ku Klux Klan growing up, the kind of hats that they wore. So the first impression I got when I saw it, I'm like, wow, this is a picture of young ladies with Ku Klux Klan hats. So I picked up the article, purchased it, and I began to read, and that's when I realized that they said that they were doing Dunce hats. So that's why it came about.
Okay. And let me tell you something. I'm like 51 years of age, and I've been around for a while. Everybody has their opinion. There was this guy by the name of Jasper in 1975 or 76. We were riding along, the highway, going into M City, whatever, and he was telling us a story about the Klansmen, and we were really afraid, and I just didn't understand, and he was like trying to school me on that. racism been out here for a very long time, and we just, I guess, we need to wake up to the light.
Yes, ma'am. Exactly. I appreciate you calling in. What city are you calling from?
I'm calling from Rocky Mount.
From Rocky Mount.
Yeah.
When you saw the picture, ma'am, did it upset you?
It really didn't.
Okay.
It didn't upset me because I listen to a lot of rap music, and I know that, noticed something, NWA, they came out with niggas with attitudes, and, you know, they didn't like the police, and it was a lot of ballads going on, so I was like, okay, this is a trend, this is what they follow, and things happen, so we just got to move on.
Okay, I appreciate you calling.
You're welcome.
All right.
Bye.
So basically on either side, whether it's coming from a certain race, this race, or that race, it's not right.
No.
It's not right. Either way.
And I think she said the second caller did point out, I think it takes a lot to understand different cultures.
Exactly.
You know, before you go and you dress up like, you know, the young ladies did, I really feel that it was done out of ignorancy.
Right.
And if you did your history on how the KKK came about, if you did your history with how the Black Panthers came about, find out the history and the level behind the group, you know, behind the vision, behind the purpose. And once you understand that, we wouldn't jump to, you know, making
and I think
decisions
what
like
fueled some of the anger too was that there was no discipline, no disciplinary action there. So I really appreciate you all calling in. We got to move along, but what I want to do is I want to talk about a thrift store. We're going to leave this topic, and you know I want to stay on it a little bit longer, but it raises awareness. I'm glad I've heard people
talking about everybody's
it.
attention is directed to it. And now what I would ask Lady T, along with you and myself, that every leader of Rocky Mount get together and we pray. Pray for your young people.
Exactly.
Pray for the different races, that we can continue in unity. Because the speech that the young lady just did, it will be in vain if we can't even get together and pray.
Right. And the two callers, they said something in common. We have to know the culture. We have to learn. We have to teach our young people, and not so much as jump to conclusion, but teach them, you know, and they'll be aware of what's right, what's wrong, what do I need to be speaking out about, you know, what do I need to not say anything about. We need to teach our young people on both ends.
Very much.
But what I want to do is I want to talk about a thrift store that's opening up in the Scotland Neck area very soon. And anybody that knows me, I'm a thrift store shopper.
Queen.
As a matter of fact, this outfit came from the thrift store.
Correct.
Yes, it did. I love
thrift
it. So,
store queen.
I'm a thrift store queen. So we have a thrift store opening in the Scotland Neck area on the campus of Kingdom Empowerment Ministries Incorporated. Here we grow again. And it's called the ESD Thrift Store. So we want you to be on the lookout there. When they open up, they're going to have some wonderful specials that will blow your mind.
Some items too that even your Goodwill and other establishments don't have, from my understanding.
Yes,
so
exactly.
You got to check them out.
And as a matter of fact, I received report from one of the members there at Kingdom Empowerment. Some people purchased some items to go in, new items to go inside the thrift store. So we're very thankful for that as well. So we're going to keep you posted on the opening, and maybe here on the Lady T Show I can give you some coupons that you can check it out. Brand new thrift store.
It's a great idea.
It's going to be a great opening. That day is going to be wonderful. So I'm going to keep you posted on that. But what I want to do now, sister, I have got to give away this Visa card. Okay.
Okay.
And what I'm going to do is Lady T's Tune Time. What you have to do to win this $25 Visa card is you have to be the first caller to tell me the title and the artist of this song. Now, this is one of my favorite songs. So anybody that knows Lady T, you know that it's going to be difficult. Be an unusual song.
It's going to be difficult.
So this is one of my favorite songs, and you have to be the first caller with the title and the artist, and you will be the winner. Now, $25 can go quite a long ways with me. And I don't know if you know, but in Battleboro, the gas is $1.99. So a $25 Visa card right about now will
great
be
time
very,
for
very,
it.
Very helpful. You can take it to Beauty World and buy a bundle of hair.
Try to see where she going with this.
A bundle of Remy, maybe.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. You tell me.
That's the second one tonight.
I love the hairstyle.
Second one tonight.
So we're gonna play this clip. It's gonna be 12 seconds. 12 seconds only. If you can tell me the title and the artist, call 252-407-1111. 252-407-1111. Be the first caller. You will win the gift card. Here's 12 seconds of Lady T's favorite tune. There it is. So give me a call. You can cut it off, Lee. You give me a call. Let me know the title and the artist. I need the title and the artist, and I only have 1 minute left on my show, so I'm giving you 30 seconds to call in. Tell me the title and the artist. The phone is not ringing. What's wrong?
I break it down.
The title and the artist of that song, you will be
Good
the
luck.
winner.
Good luck.
Anybody at all?
I thought you were gonna go gospel for a second.
If not, I mean, we can come back second Sunday.
You're gonna have to come back.
Nobody called. Okay, so I'm gonna give it to you. The title and the artist. That song is by Nancy Sinatra, and it's called "Bang Bang, He Shot Me Down."
I'm sorry.
If you've ever seen the Kill Bill movie,
I've
was
seen
in there,
both
but,
of them.
You
Yes,
know, I'm surprised Daddy didn't call. He knows that song word for
He's
word.
probably sitting at home with his mouth open like, no, she did.
I don't know if he knows.
Like I'm
the
sitting up
artist.
here saying, no, she did.
We're out of time, you guys, but I had a great time with you, and I want to thank my sponsors, Kingdom Empowerment Ministries and Apostle Emma Speaker Diggins. I want to thank Miss Alicia Lloyd. She has a bright future.
Yes.
This young lady does wonderful things, and I believe that God is going to continue to bless her. I want to thank my stage manager, Lee, who puts up with my crazy ideas. And I want to thank my co-host, Sister,
Who does the same thing.
Also, Uncle Norm, Aunt Brenda, thank you for watching. Miss Dazzler Cofield, she texted and said, I'm watching you as well. Miss Deborah Cofield, thank you so much. And Dr. Samuel Akpuna, I appreciate your support as well. We'll see you back on second Sunday right here at 6:30 for another wonderful episode of the Lady T Show. Good night.
Retired and looking for an exciting new career? Nash Community College has partnered with Sage Technical Services to provide the #1 Class A CDL training in the country. With full-time and weekend classes available, you can earn your CDL in as little as 4 weeks, with Class B and customized training available. For more information, call 252-451-8357 or online at nashcc.edu/CDL.
It's time for Bullett's Giant Sale!
At 60 to 90% off, you won't believe your eyes. Lamp bodies and over 3,000 lampshades. Tons of scratch and dent furniture. A huge assortment of ceramic planters and pottery. Decorative accessories, hand-painted porcelains. Pictures and wall screens. Mirrors, chandeliers, and more. Bullock's famous warehouse sale begins Saturday, January 24th at 9:30 a.m. Back at our downtown warehouse. 218 North Church Street in Rocky Mount. Visit bullocksfurniture.com for details.
My name is Randy with the Used Car Factory. We are located at 1357 North Westland Boulevard, right next door to Gardner's and across from the Motel 6. Our phone number is 252-442-0902. We offer a wide selection of quality pre-owned vehicles. We start all our down payments at $500 with low monthly payments. Allow us the opportunity to get you into a vehicle. So come see us at the Used Car Factory, the Big Blue Building on 301, and we will get you riding today. Come see us at the Used Car Factory, home of the $500 down.